Welcome back to Sage YouTube channel. So today we are having the review for Stranger of Paradise Fantasy Origin, and it is technically a remake, kind of a remake b- by the developers of Neo and Neo 2, and it is like Dark Souls inspired game as of now, and it is the retelling of the Final Fantasy mythos, like the first Final Fantasy game in its new 3D environment. And as you can see on the screen here, it looks pretty good, but it has major problems to it, like the combat. It's similar to that of Neo, but it is to be desired, as the developers from the Neo had worked on this game. But there is major drawback, like the skill tree is not like perfect, and you need to swap between armor sets, as that is in the Neo game architecture. As of now, like they had implemented all of that game mechanics into this game, which doesn't work like perfectly in Final Fantasy. And there's like graphical glitches, hiccups, and everything else as you can explore. And on top of that, the world map is like it's annoying to do. Like you just need to go from one point to another and do some combat. Like it's rinse and repeat kind of a formula which works in Neo because it is like an open world game, but here it is not like an open world game. It is just like similar like an boss arena. Like there's a stage you need to complete and you fight the final boss and then you're done. You come back to the world map, select your next mission, and you go. There's not like things to explore and things like that, and you can just walk past the enemy. As the enemy AI is not that good, and also the skill tree doesn't make sense at all. Like the skill tree is good, but the benefits it offers, it's not that massive, and it's really annoying to get skill points and various other graphics and various other equipments. But all of the graphics related to the attacks, the spells, and everything else, it looks good on this new update. So there's like some massive disappointments and also improvements in this game. And on top of that, there's only one theme song that plays every time you fight a boss. So that's another annoying part. And yes, you can know that this game has glitches, a lot of glitches and issues on PC version. Console version doesn't have that much of a issues to run this game, like the frames and everything else on this PC version. It's bad. It's relatively worse. Like sometimes it doesn't get close to 30 frames, but it should go like 60 frames per second as it is on this generation of on this generation and PlayStation 5, and it doesn't hold up in this graphical environment. Like the GPUs are powerful enough to run this game at 60 frames, but it struggles to do it. And it has happened with the previous JRPG Final Fantasy VII Remake also. Like the PC port was the baddest port compared to the console versions, and it happened here the same way. Like I don't know what's wrong with this port, but yeah, it's seriously bad. And if you want to experience like a Final Fantasy in its purest form, like from start to end, this is a pretty good experience. Like Final Fantasy 1, 2, this is the pretty good experience for you to get into Final Fantasy mythos. Yes, it is just the retelling of the first Final Fantasy. But according to the gameplay, I don't have any major like the combat system. It's good. But the other part which are annoying like skill tree, swapping between armor sets, and you can't get like defense equipments and things like that pretty easily. You need to swap it going into the menus, scroll down and then change it. It gets annoying after a little while. And yeah, and the boss monster they don't have unique patterns to it, like there is only one pattern and then it's done. They will rinse and repeat that formula over and over again, and if you know it once, you are done. Like the bosses are not challenging as compared to Neo or Neo 2. I don't know whether the developers haven't got much time to with this game or something else. There's a rush development for PC. But yeah, overall, I don't think this is a pretty good experiment. Pretty solid, ex- uh, pretty solid experience for all of us. I don't think so because there's like graphical glitches sometimes, and the annoying part, like the animations, they're sometimes janky. The story doesn't make quite of a sense most of the time, and just moving from one part to another gets annoying repeatedly. Gets annoying. So these are just my thoughts. Like if the overall game, it's solid. Like the gameplay, it's solid. The skill tree, it's not that good, but the graphics, it's solid. And with all of this hiccup, I think you should go for PC port, for not PC port, but for console port. But if you're going for PC port, down the line they will improve it and maybe make some changes with the formula, because in the background of this game, it is a pretty solid game, and I just want them to fix it in the meantime. And so this is just the review of this game. This is just my review regarding the Final Fantasy Origins Stranger of Paradise. Final Fantasy Origin. And what do you think about this game? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below, whether you bought it or not, or you're planning to buy it. And I will meet you in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.